second down.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. Let's get it. Boom. Yeah, baby.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Express.
On second down, here's Carr. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. He's got him in, complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's got this down to the 35. A Raider 1st down as Carr finds Cooper.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On the toss, it's Gurley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Throwing now is Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And a timeout here. Timeout taken. Whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken at around the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Actually, give him 15. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep here for Stills. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Go, go. Get set, get set. You're mine. All right, get set.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Bailey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive. Team, we're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Leopard!
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Blue 90. Gun. No. Check. Patriot.
Now Anthony Lynn, sensing the play clock running out, will call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit.
They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking to throw. Open man is QT, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This
I put a star. I put a star. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's QT. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this one is right through. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they'll toss to Gurley left. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
No, check. Patriot.
Back to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead. It's
been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Crowder now to return. "34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down, got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Watch it now.
Powell. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
29.
Carl trying again on 2nd down. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll get it up the middle. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Powell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
694. 694.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They run with Powell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Here we go now.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They go again with Powell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.